Good morning. I am enjoying a glorious break from car life and soaking in the comforts of living in a house while visiting my family. I have been filling up on some much needed time with them and thoroughly enjoying normal people things like a private bathroom, a bedroom you can stand up in, and a freezer. I don't have a freezer on the road and I love smoothies, so I have been drinking one of these almost every day. I've been turning it up a notch by putting it in this fancy margarita glass and drinking it in my jammies in bed. I am telling you, this is the way to start your day. However, it is time to think about getting back on the road. I will greatly miss the comforts of a house, but the adventure of car life is calling me back. In a little bit, I will tell you where I'm headed for my next road trip, but first there are a lot of things on my to-do list I need to check off. First of which is getting the old girl back in tip-top shape. She needs an oil change, a tire rotation, and there are some funky noises and smells coming from her, so I am headed to the mechanics right now to get that all checked out. I jokingly say I can't get an oil change for under $1,000 because they seem to always find something majorly wrong with her, but we'll see what happens this time. Okay, so they determined that I have an exhaust manifold crack, which of course is a big job. So it's gonna take several hours. So I asked my dad to come pick me up because I don't wanna just be stuck here. So he's gonna come pick me up on his motorcycle. Can I get a ride? So my $1,000 estimate was a little bit off. It ended up coming out to $1,601 on the button. They did the oil change and rotation. They replaced the cracked exhaust manifold, and also they found a rusted ball joint. So we got that replaced along with an O2 sensor. So I kind of got a lot of work done. I feel okay about it. I had a feeling there were going to be some expensive things because, like I said, it was making some weird noises and weird smells, so I kind of anticipated this. It's never fun, but I also really feel better about hitting the road again. It's so important that, not only is this my home, but I'm also going like over 2,000 miles away from anyone that I know, so just really important that I don't break down. So I never like partying with that much money, but I feel really good about having a safe vehicle home. So next on the list is making the bed. I went ahead and washed all of the blankets and sheets and comforters and pillows and everything today, so everything is nice and fresh. It's just a matter of reassembling it for now. It's kind of a bulky system. I have 7 layers, but I'm often sleeping in pretty cold climates. I try not to get under 32 degrees, but I'm often in the 30s for sure, and sometimes I have been in like the 20s as well. So just want to make sure that I'm cozy. I have a new blanket system. My old comforter was falling apart, so I had to throw it out, and I had this blanket lying around. Kind of wild looking. I prefer things to match, but I'm trying to use what I have already. My intention is to try it out tonight and make sure that I'm gonna be warm enough. It's gonna get down to 39. So I'm gonna make the bed now, test it out tonight, and then just make sure that I'm gonna be warm and cozy on the road. All right, this is the first layer. It's just a nice padded little, I don't know what you call it, but it adds a little extra cushion. And I think it helps keep my body heat from escaping down. So I always use this at the bottom. Fitted sheet, top sheet, blanket number 1, blanket number 2, blanket number 3, blanket number 4. And lastly, my 2 big pillows, my little knee pillow. Of course, it's got the bear. I think it looks great and super cozy. There's nothing like a fresh made bed. Oh, it's just so glorious. Well, I'm getting sleepy, so I'm going to test it out here tonight and make sure that I'm staying warm enough. So wish me luck. Good night. Good morning. I slept really well. I am a little bit chilly just because I forgot to put my hood on, so my head got cold, but I think if I had remembered to cover my head, then I would have been perfectly warm. I also forgot how nice it is to sleep in fresh air because I sleep with the windows cracked for air ventilation, but to just sleep in the fresh air is so refreshing. And also I'm in the woods, so I'm waking up to the sound of birds. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good house bed and all the comforts that come with it, but oh, there's just something about waking up to fresh air, morning songbirds, seeing the sunrise, and nature. So I'm going to try to drag my butt out of this cozy bed and start to be productive for the day. Okay, so today's objective is to get the car cleaned thoroughly inside and out. Before I start on cleaning though, I have one more thing on the mechanical to-do list to check off, and that is put some air in the tires. All of them need just a little bit, so I'm gonna top those off and make sure she's perfectly road ready. I'm ready to start cleaning. I want to do the inside first, but before that, you cannot clean without some jams. So I want to get my radio working. It is working, but the Bluetooth receiver I have is getting really staticky, and so it's basically not working. So I bought a new one. So I'm going to install this and get some tunes cranking. I always have a little bit of trepidation about learning a new electronic, but this doesn't seem too hard. I think you just plug it right in. There aren't really instructions. It just says turn it on and pair it, basically. So we'll just wing it, see what happens. I know this goes in here. That's a good start, right? I'm just gonna see if it turns on magically. Blue light, that's good. I have a USB outlet here and the aux cord's right here. So let's just get her charging. All right, now we'll plug her in. Oh, I have high hopes. Oh my gosh, it paired the first time. It said connected. All right, let me get some jams going. It worked! I have missed tunes in my car. Let's crank it up. I normally cook right here, so I kind of expected this wall to be pretty dirty, but other than one spot, it's fairly clean. I do have some smudges up here at the top. I'm assuming that's from cooking too, so I want to get those. I found that this stuff works really well on the ceiling. It even got a lot of the stains out. So the best way I've found to clean the ceiling is to usually I have like a microfiber cloth, but I don't today. I just have a regular rag and wrap it around your hand like this and make a fist, and then use the flat surface of your knuckles to scrub it. Oh my gosh, it's coming right out. Oh, I love it. So I dropped one of my camping utensils, I think it was my knife, down in this crack close to the time I was coming home, and I was like, forget about it. I'll dig it out once I get home and I'm cleaning my car. So now I gotta find it in here. The claw method is not working. I don't see it either. Oh, wait, nope, still no. Oh, found it. Ta-da! Definitely gonna need to clean that. I spared you from seeing how dirty the cooler was, but it is all clean now. I like having Chase's picture right here because I can look at him while I'm lying in bed. But it always repositions and it ends up sideways like this, just the rattling going down the road. I want to keep it straight like this. And my thought is I have this two-sided Velcro that I can put on the back and then attach to like right here to keep it in place. That's the idea. All right, let's hope this works first time. I have the other side already stuck to the back. So my hope is I can just pop it in place and it will stay. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna work great. Awesome. Love you, buddy. The inside is done and I am so happy with it. So that means we're ready to clean the outside. She has gotten pretty dirty. I haven't been going that many places, but just sitting here, she is covered in pollen. My parents have a dirt driveway, so she's got a nice caking of mud on the bottom. So it's just time to give her a good bath. I think this is the fun part. There's about 3,000 miles of dead bugs on the front here. She's all done and she looks amazing. So I determined on my last trip that I actually have some extra space in the car so I can take some luxuries this time. I have greatly been missing paper books. I've been reading ebooks the entire time I've been doing car life, but I just love paper books. They're like my friends. So I've been really into Brené Brown lately. So I've got 3 of her books and I'm taking just like a science book to read before bed to kind of put me to sleep. And they fit perfect in this little cubby over here. Awesome. I just ordered these trekking poles from Amazon. I got these because I recently tried someone else's trekking poles. I did a short hike to the top of a mountain in Arkansas to watch the eclipse, and my friend let me use his trekking poles and it made the hike so much easier. So I'm so excited to try these. I haven't even set them up yet. And I believe they're going to fit perfectly in this extra space here. I bought a brand new GoPro 12. It is unopened and I'm itching to figure out how to use it and play with it, but I really don't have time. I want to spend as much time with family while I'm home and then I will learn this on the road. I bought a couple of mounts for it too. Hopefully I can do better like car dashboard shots for you guys that aren't so shaky, and a waterproof handle. I'd love to go swimming with this thing. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, so for now they're just gonna go in this little cubby that doesn't really have a purpose at the moment. I've been trying different bedtime routines because my typical way of going to bed is just like laying there looking at the ceiling thinking about my life for like an hour. So I really want to like wind my brain down before I turn the lights out and try to go to sleep. So I've been doing things like reading just like about science or travel, kind of easy stuff, or I've had this adult coloring book for a long time, but I just have never filled it up. So I've kind of been getting back into coloring as a way to kind of like chill out and do something off my phone. I'm gonna put this right here so I can reach it from bed so I have no excuses. These are my colored pencils. I don't like that. Okay, so there's not really room there, or there, or there. So they're going in the miscellaneous cubby. So I really like being cozy, and one of the things I missed on my last big trip were slippers, which I know kind of sounds silly because like there's nowhere to technically walk, but just laying here in bed, like I remember it was raining one day and I was trying to get cozy and I was like, oh, I could just use a good pair of slippers. So I've got these cute little fluffy unicorn slippers that I'm gonna wear just on times when I want some extra luxury and to be cozy. So these are just going up here for now. So this is a calendar that my mom bought me. Normally I try to only take things I absolutely need on the road, and this is obviously a want. I have a calendar on my phone, but I love to put it in the door here because when I hang it up, it just makes the car feel like a home. It's so homey. Plus every time I look at it, I think of my mom. And June's message is say yes to new adventures. How perfect is that since I'm going on a new road trip? These are the tins I use for cooking on my car engine, which I haven't used in a long time, but I am gonna take them this trip and I'm gonna be using them on the next video, which should be pretty interesting. And I should have enough space in here to tuck these guys there. My car is a 2011 and she's starting to show her age in a lot of different spots. There's a bunch of rust in a couple areas, so we're gonna put a little makeup on her, some cover up, black Rust-Oleum. So that finishes my checklist to be ready to hit the road. It feels great to be done. That was a lot of work. I'm going to save all the last minute packing things to the last day or so because I only have about another week with my family, so I'm going to savor the time with them. I'm also going to savor having a freezer for another week, so I'm going to go grab a treat as a reward for my hard work. Good. So this seems like a good time to tell you where I plan on going for my next road trip. I have an ambitious route planned through the North USA. There are 7 states on my radar and I would love to make it back to the West Coast. But I had a similar plan on my last road trip and I only made it 2 states, so we'll see how far I get. I do know my first destination is Wisconsin. I have some fun adventures planned there, so I hope you'll hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and tune in next week for the start of a new adventure. That was a weird way to end it.